Walk me through what we're doing here, Paul.
Alrighty, so we're trying to replace this CDL actuator, which is up here under the attached to the transfer.
CDL for the novices.
CDL is a center diff lock actuator, which is essentially an electric motor that shifts a little spline. I'll show you. In fact, here's the new one. It's got a little motor attached to it. You press the button inside, that spins the little gear. It's got a little pinion, and it punches the pinion through, which engages the actual center diff lock itself. So I'm just trying to grab the old one off.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, I have no idea.
Cool. Neither do I. So I've got 3 of the 4 bolts out. The 4th one's being a little bit of a pain. And then we should be able to remove the actuator. Paul, is there an easier way to access this thing if need be?
Apparently, you can undo these 4 bolts, put a jack under this, and drop the whole transfer case. Key things are to remember to put it in neutral before you drop it. Otherwise, that'll put tension on bits you don't want to put tension on.
And remember to put your handbrake on. Oh
yeah, probably put your handbrake on. So there are 4 bolts holding this actuator onto the transfer case. You can see here, we've already taken 1, 2, 3 out. I'm just getting this one out here. It's a little bit longer, so don't confuse the bolts. So far, that's all I know.
So we also thought it would be important to mention that before we actually pulled the old one out, we tested this one just to make sure it would work. It is a second-hand unit, so the way we did that was just to pull the electrics out of the old one, plug them into this one, and then just kick the car over just to make sure that it all worked. And it did, which is great, so we can go ahead with the install. Being that this is gasket glued on, I just wanted to show you guys where I put the screwdriver in order to pop it off. So there was a little gap between there, that tab there, and the top of the transfer case. I jammed the screwdriver in there and just pried it upwards against the transfer case, and that popped it off its seal. So we'll try and remove it now.
So if we stick our hand up in here, you can see that this is the gear that is being turned by the actuator. So if I go counterclockwise, that is the locked position, and you'll be able to check that. If you turn your accessories on, you'll actually see the light come on the dash, and then clockwise is the unlocked position. You can see it doesn't actually turn that much. It's really only a quarter turn. Recommendation is to install it in the locked position. There's a bit of a little bit of give here, where you need to make sure it's fully counterclockwise as far around as you can make it when you install the new actuator.
And make sure that the button is depressed on the dash.
Yes, also that.
All right, time to install the gasket. We just got this from Super Cheap, bit of JB weld. High temp, it said that it was good for differential covers, which is what we're doing.
And it's also the same color as what we got off.
Yes, matching is good. I don't know if there's a spot you're supposed to start in, but it reckons a 1/4 inch bead all the way around, and then you have to surround your bolt holes as well. Good from far, far from good. That's just how I live my life.
Well, that's on. It's on.
All right, where are we up to, Paul?
Cool, so we've just managed to put the CDL actuator back on. A couple of key things that were kind of important in that process were making sure that the actual CDL gear inside the transfer case was fully counterclockwise. It had a tendency to kind of go there, but then it would just sort of like ease off again.
Right, so we're on to the last bolt, and we have to wait an hour for that to set, and then we can come out and do a half turn and nip all those bolts up, and then we should be good. Another dawn, another day.
Another dawn, another day. So just to wrap up our video, so we've reinstalled the actuator on top, we've plugged it in, we've put the breather hose back on. Key things with making sure that it is in the locked position. In order to get it locked, you need to plug the actuator in, press the button, and make sure that the actuator goes to fully locked. Additionally, before you actually put the actuator on, you want to make sure that the gear inside is twisted all the way anti-clockwise to make sure that it's locked. And in order to make it actually lock into place, you'll need to manipulate your front drive shaft. This is free play right now because I've got a part-time kit on it, but you'll need to make sure that you move this around to ensure the pinion actually goes and locks the center diff lock into place.
And when it's engaged, the light will come on the dash to say that the diff lock is engaged.
That's right, and will stay on. If that's not working, then you've probably got a switch problem. The switch is up here. I'll show you that. You can see the switch is this thing here. It's a 27mm bolt. Good luck getting it off. It is extremely difficult. I would recommend, if you're actually doing that, to drop the whole thing. You might want to do that to give yourself a bit more room to play around. Thankfully, I didn't need to do that, but that was the key lesson out of that. Make sure that the center diff lock is actually locked before you get the actuator on. It should just stay there once it is actually locked. It shouldn't bounce back. If it's bouncing back, even if the light is on, you still need to manipulate that drive shaft to get it fully locked and all the way in place.
And so is that turning the gear inside the actuator and manipulating the drive shaft at the same time, and then you'll feel the pinion slip into place?
Exactly.
Perfect.
Cool. Once that's all on, tighten it up, plug it back in, give it a go. Hopefully it works. Ours does, thankfully. Hey,
There it is.
press the button, on and off. And you can actually hear it.
Yeah, you can hear that engaging under the car now. That's great.
Love it.
Perfect. Thanks for letting us experiment on your car, Paul, not mine.
No worries.